Hey everyone, I'm Becca. I'm one of the youth leaders here at New Life Youth Biggin Hill. Many of you probably already know my face, and if you don't, then it's great to meet you. It's been just over 3 months now since we were last able to gather face to face, and we're really missing you guys, each and every one of you. We cannot wait until we can be together again. In the meantime, we've been posting these mini videos, and the aim is that we post a 4-5 minute video with a bite-sized chunk of scripture that you can take away and you can then think about over the next couple of days. And ultimately, by kind of doing these videos, we want to hammer home the home truths about your identity in God. Because if you really grasp your identity and who you are in God, then ultimately that is going to shape you as a person, which is going to have an impact on the rest of your life and shape the rest of your life for good and for God's purposes. I think we can all admit over the last few weeks and few months that there have been a lot of changes, that the world has been a bit of a strange place. For many of us, our routines have gone completely out of the window, and we may have found that we've actually had quite a lot of time to sit and reflect on life in general. You might be reflecting on your next studies, GCSEs, A-levels, college, uni choices that you want to make. You might be reflecting on your future career choices that you want to go into. You may have been reflecting on your friendship groups, or on your faith, or on who you are as a person. In this big wide world where there's so many paths you can take, the world kind of pulls you in so many different directions through social media and TV, kind of feeding you all of this, these stories all the time. And you may just find yourself just sitting there thinking, wow, who am I in this big wide world? Who am I really? And the Bible is full of home truths about who you are as a person. Today I want to look at Psalm 139 verse 14, which reads, "I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well." And now David, when he uses the word fearfully, he's not talking about I don't have to be, I'm not frightened. He's talking about a reverence and an awe at the way in which God has made us. Many of you will have been to New Day last year and will remember Andrew Wilson, who was the guy that preached in the mornings. And Andrew Wilson one morning talked about when Jesus and the disciples, they went out into the boat and there was that massive storm out in the water and how terrified they were. And Jesus, just with his voice, spoke and calmed the storm. And the disciples were in fear of Jesus. And now that's not a, I'm so frightened of Jesus. That is a healthy fear of him, where they just stood there in utter awe and reverence and just respect at how powerful Jesus was at just the use of his voice. And so when David is saying that you are fearfully made, he is referring to the way in which God has intricately made you. How incredible that is. How we should just be in utter reverence and wonder and awe and respect of the way in which he has made us. Many of you will know from RE the terms omniscient and omnipresent. And omniscient refers to God is all-knowing. Omnipresent is that God is always there. He always has been there and he always will be there. Who better is there to tell us who we really are and to tell us our identity other than the one that is all-knowing and has always and will always be there? Since you were a tiny little embryo in your mother's womb, before she even knew she was pregnant with you, God knew you and he was forming you intricately at that moment. And it's not just the way in which God has made you physically, it's the way he's made you emotionally, the personality he's given you. He has made you you for a reason. He has made you you for a purpose, for his purposes. So next time that you are sat there reflecting on who you are, you're not too sure, you're full of fear, anxieties, you're lacking confidence about who you are in this big wide world, just remember the truths of who God says you are. God says that you are made fearfully and wonderfully. Take that with you. Over these next few days, why not look back at that verse. Again, it was in Psalm 139, verse 14, and ask God to speak to you directly and to show you just how fearfully he has made you. And when you truly grasp that, when you truly grasp that you are made beautifully, that he made you for a reason, for a purpose, it gives you a confidence, because it's not just you, it is the God who has made you that is on your side. And so you can go out into all the world knowing that you have got God with you and that he has made you for a purpose. Have a great weekend, guys, and we look forward to speaking to you again on Monday.